Hey there, this is your deep dive into the most bizarre royal spectacle of the year. Meghan Markle, dressed in black and sporting what many viewers claimed looked like an exaggerated moon bump, was caught on camera dancing, twerking, and laughing in what appeared to be a hospital room. The setting was darkly lit, the music unapologetically bold, and the performance felt more parody than announcement. For someone who has carefully crafted an image of regal dignity, this footage felt like a puzzling departure, a surreal blend of satire and self-promotion that left viewers rubbing their eyes in disbelief. Almost immediately, the focus zeroed in on that bump. In frame-by-frame analyses circulating online, critics pointed out how it sat unnaturally low, how it remained perfectly round even as Meghan bent and squatted, and how it bounced in ways experts argued a genuine pregnancy bump never would. Doctors, nurses, and mothers flooded social feeds with commentary. "That room isn't a real labor ward," one nurse posted. "The IV is in the wrong place," another quipped. Suddenly, this wasn't just celebrity gossip, it was a medical mystery splashed across every timeline. Questions that had simmered quietly in fringe forums for years now exploded into mainstream chatter. Was Meghan ever actually pregnant with Archie and Lilibet? Or had she used a prosthetic bump, or even a surrogate, to conceal something entirely different? Major outlets that once dismissed such talk as baseless internet noise were now tiptoeing around the subject, unwilling to appear out of step with the public's newfound curiosity. And the public's curiosity turned into a roar. Enter the provocateurs, Piers Morgan and Jeremy Kyle. On X, Piers Morgan didn't mince words. "We're about 2 months away from the sex tape," he wrote, dripping equal parts sarcasm and disdain. His post went viral, racking up likes and retweets from users eager to pile on. On daytime television, Jeremy Kyle practically gagged as he described Meghan's video as a lap dancing club with pregnant women. His face contorted with disgust as he mocked every gyration, every dramatic pose. For him, this wasn't just tasteless, it was an outright insult to the crown. Amid the snark and sensational headlines, legal and constitutional experts weighed in. Under UK law, for a royal child to maintain a place in the line of succession, they must be born of the body of their royal parent. A hidden surrogate, or an entirely fabricated pregnancy, wouldn't just be a breach of trust, it could trigger a bona fide constitutional crisis. Archie and Lilibet's right to their titles, long taken for granted, suddenly hung in the balance of public opinion and palace protocol. While headlines screamed fake pregnancy and surrogate scandal, a curious silence settled over the palace. Buckingham Palace issued no denial, no press release, nothing. Meanwhile, social media amplified every whisper and rumor, online. Petitions sprang up demanding that official birth records and medical documentation be released. Some called for the Sussex children to be removed from the royal family's website. Others urged a full investigation from the palace. The digital age had turned idle speculation into a groundswell of outrage. Behind the scenes, journalists who had previously steered clear of bump talk began making discreet inquiries. Sources whispered to columnists that reporters were texting palace staff, dialing hospital contacts, and scrutinizing every clip frame by frame. Yet the public facade remained sterile fluff. Birthday greetings, photo dumps of Archie and Lilibet with beaming smiles, and harmless updates designed to deflect attention. That contrast only fueled the fire. The louder the silence from official channels, the louder the public's suspicions grew. The fallout rippled far beyond tabloids. Across the Commonwealth, Republicans saw ammunition for their cause. In Australia, constitutional advocate Alexandro Marshall warned that this circus would be waved like a banner by anti-monarchists. "It's cringeworthy and undignified," he said, "and it hands them exactly what they want." Suddenly, a personal PR misstep threatened to inflame debates on national identity and governance thousands of miles away. Royal insiders reportedly seethed. Sources close to King Charles expressed disappointment that such a spectacle could undermine decades of careful modernization. At Clarence House, aides whispered about damage control and whispered plans to reframe the narrative, though conspicuously, no reframing ever emerged. Prince William, too, was said to be incensed, not merely about the video, but about the relentless headlines dragging his family back into chaos at a moment when he aimed to present a forward-looking monarchy. Meanwhile, whispers circulated that Prince Harry considered reverting to his mother's maiden name, Spencer, as a form of preemptive distancing. Could such a move be more than symbolic? Would it sideline the Sussex branch further? The idea alone sent shockwaves through royal watcher circles. Authors of royal biographies jostled to rewrite chapters, injecting speculation about Meghan's bump theory into manuscripts already on press. Editor notes flew faster than ever as publishing houses scrambled to capitalize on the feverish public appetite for royal revelations. Amid this whirlwind, Meghan and Harry remained eerily silent. No Instagram statement, no podcast episode, not even a carefully worded tweet. That silence, in many ways, spoke louder than any denial. In the void, theories multiplied. Some argued it was a calculated ploy to drive engagement. Others believed it was an honest but badly judged attempt at building a narrative of empowerment. Yet another camp insisted it was an entirely different pregnancy, carefully timed and filmed years earlier, then released for maximum shock value. This modern saga underscores the power and peril of social media in shaping royal reputations. What once might have stayed confined to palace insiders and courtiers now spreads across the globe in seconds, dissected by strangers with varying degrees of expertise. A single video clip, intended or not, can challenge centuries-old traditions and thrust private family matters into the public arena with unprecedented force. As the controversy shows no sign of abating, the core question remains. What actually happened in that hospital room? Was the bump a clever piece of theater, a prosthetic prop lifted from Hollywood soundstages, or was it a genuine pregnancy? Buffer meant to accentuate rather than deceive? Industry experts, from special effects artists to obstetricians, continue to weigh in, yet until hard evidence surfaces, all we have are opinions, rumors, and frame-by-frame analyses. What's clear is that this moment marks a turning point. For years, Meghan and Harry have positioned themselves as modernizing forces within the monarchy, advocating for mental health, social justice, and inclusive narratives. Yet this video, and the storm it unleashed, raises uncomfortable questions about authenticity, narrative control, and the fine line between privatized spectacle and institutional respect. As the dust settles, or as it continues to swirl, viewers are left to form their own judgments. Some will see a woman embracing her power to challenge tradition, others will see a miscalculated performance that disrespects an institution built on centuries of ritual and symbolism. Either way, the Buckingham Palace bubble has burst, and it may never be the same. And now, one final call to action. If this breakdown left you surprised, shocked, or just plain intrigued, hit subscribe, ring that notification bell, and drop a comment sharing your take on the biggest royal scandal in years. Thanks for watching. And stay tuned, because in this story, the next twist could be just a viral clip away.